Asobo are a company who, without doubt, are forging ahead, pushing boundaries of what was previously thought of as impossible, and striving relentlessly towards simulation excellence. Unfortunately, by placing their sights so high, they have once again been found guilty of not prioritising getting the basics right. An example of this would be when Microsoft Flight Simulator 20 launched without a replay camera. It was courageous third-party developers like Fabio who tirelessly worked to find solutions to the problem, and with his release of FlightControl Replay, enabled thousands of people to enjoy a feature which should have been in the game right from the beginning. So whilst Asobo chose to ignore the plight of every single player of their game in favour of world updates and other bespoke updates which just benefited the few, it was people like Fabio who tried to find a solution for us all. While Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 does now have a recording capability, although I would regard it to be quite poor in its delivery, lacking in capability, and it falls short in terms of UI design. So once again, Fabio has thrown his hat into the ring in an attempt to improve this area of the game for all players, but fundamentally for those who like to watch or spot aircraft. Flight Control Spotter is available on Sim Market for €15, which is £13, and numerous deals exist for you to bundle that with other products from Fabio. It attempts to unlock and enhance the rather peculiar sport of plane watching for all of us. It installs directly into Microsoft Flight Simulator and is available in the overhead control panel of Microsoft Flight Simulator 20 and 24. Flight Control Spotter, or FCS as I'll refer to it from now on, then opens up a window identical to existing Microsoft Flight Simulator applications. It basically offers shortcuts to position the built-in Microsoft Flight Simulator drone camera to towers within a certain range of your current location. So basically, your nearest tower view. Therefore allowing you, arguably, the best seat in the house to watch all of the comings and goings across your airport of choice. There are other options too. Spot by ICAO code. Browse airports within 200 nautical miles, select runways or parking spots and teleport to that tower or that spot view. You can also save those spots as favourites for later and name them something that's easier for you to remember. You can also create custom spot views, define your own position using latitude and longitude and altitude. To do this, you need to retrieve your aircraft's current position, or based upon any preset spot view in Flight Control Database Spotter's database, and then you can save it again with custom names. It sounds a bit convoluted and, well, it is a little. I'll discuss this more in a moment. You can also manage your views, load or delete them. They're stored locally, so everything is pretty much immediate. And it's arguably integrated with the drone camera built into Microsoft Flight Simulator. And it's said for maximum flexibility in movement, zoom and angles, but I don't really agree with this. There's also a quick return button for you to return to your cockpit at any time. Unfortunately, despite being a huge fan and having the highest level of respect for Fabio, I do feel that Microsoft Flight Simulator does not make this app viable in its current state. Should Microsoft Flight Simulator enable the ability for you to spawn into the world of Flight Simulator as a pedestrian, then yes, I think this app would immediately become 100% better. There are numerous issues which I see with this app, and almost all of them are caused by Microsoft Flight Simulator. If perhaps Fabio could expand the capabilities of his app to fix or improve or correct the following things, then I think it would go a long way to improving the overall experience and viability of FCS. Having the drone camera controls on a second window is nothing short of frustrating. So too is the fact that the drone camera itself resets each time you use it, so it doesn't stay how you have it set, and that causes unbelievable amounts of frustration. I have had numerous issues trying to adjust the sliders on the camera. They don't seem to work particularly well. And as I mentioned before, the drone cam, in my humble opinion, is poorly implemented by Asobo. So unless FCS can introduce its own set of camera controls or take control of the existing camera, then I feel that the app is forever going to be a frustrating experience at best. Not all airports have towers, so the key feature in this app are only available to airports where towers exist. But furthermore, there are many airports which do have towers that are not listed in the database, so cannot be quickly linked to. It was a bit of a surprise for me when I was based at Duxford Airport, which has a tower, but the nearest tower to me, according to the app, was some 10 nautical miles away. Furthermore, not all towers are created equal. There are many that you simply cannot enter, or those that you can squeeze yourself into, you cannot see out from. Not all airports are created equal either. The idea of placing yourself inside of a terminal and watching the planes as they take off and land, as you would do in real life, is almost always impossible. So whilst you can create your own points, the process is confounded once again by Microsoft Flight Simulator. Identifying your longitude and latitude details are bound to the aircraft in which you spawned in with, not your current drone cam position. So if you've been going all over jumping from airport to find the best position ever, you now have to get your aeroplane to where you are at that moment in order to get the correct longitude and latitude details to be able to save that. Hence why spawning as a pedestrian would be so much better. Now, it is possible to override the longitude and latitude data, but it's an absolute faff at best, even if you're in the same airport where you spawned in at, which is probably unlikely. The whole process of trying to add a little bit of longitude and latitude to get you where you need to be is not a fun or enjoyable experience at all. Some of the shots and locations that Fabio used in his trailer were superb, and that initially was what got me excited about this app. But after numerous airports and numerous attempts, I have failed to get anything quite as sublime as he managed to do. I can only assume that he turned off damage for the aircraft and literally parked them where he wanted the camera to be, or something along those lines. Perhaps he went through the faff of changing the longitude or latitude. Fundamentally, I like the idea of the app. I think it would be excellent for content creators like myself, or just enthusiasts who want to capture the landing of aircraft and the comings and goings of big jets and small planes, or whatever combination. But I think it needs to expand and become a lot more independent of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I appreciate that that's probably not very easy to do. In a perfect world, it should allow you to spawn as a pedestrian, have its own camera controls which stay as you left them, and probably most essential of all, have the ability to save the positions with a single click based on the drone location or your pedestrian location, and have nothing to do with the aircraft that you spawned in with. I think it might be possible to sort of force this to happen by cross-referencing the longitude and latitude of the plane and then work out the distance that the drone cam is from the aircraft, thereby making that whole process much better. But honestly, I think unless Fabio can find out a way of spawning in without an aeroplane, it's always going to be handcuffed to Asobo and their lack of ability to get the basics right.
Yo, listen up, we're here to explain. At SimUK Reviews, we don't play games. Reality simulated, it's real, not fake. In a world of illusions, we're the real estate. That's why we're here. Fact-based honesty, no room for the fluff. In a sea of fake reviews, we call out the bluff. Electric guitar, bassline pumping the beat. We're critiquing the best, don't accept defeat. Every line informed, from the joy to the pain. Bringing true insight, that's how we game. Here at SimUK, we don't play games. Simulating reality, we're paving the names. Those in the know, they trust what we say. that's our golden rule. We stand by the truth, we're nobody's fool. Proud British critics, it's a brand we demand. Showing every angle, yeah, we got the stand. For the sim fans, welcome aboard this ride. We break down negatives, let the positive slide. Transparency's key, it's a mantra we preach. Together we'll grow, it's the lesson we teach, yeah. YouTube's a jungle with fakes all around, but in Sim UK, true voices resound. We don't filter the truth and we don't manipulate. Created to terror use that truly elevates. Invest in your passion, don't settle for less. Whether you're a newbie or passing the test, we're here to empower, to give you the tools. In this digital realm, we break all the rules. Here at Sim UK, we don't play games. Simulating reality, we're paving the names. Those in the know, they trust what we see. With reviews you can count, consumer loyalty. Hey. Yeah, consumer loyalty. Yeah, hey, consumer loyalty. We got the knowledge, the grit, and the heart. Every review's crafted, we're playing our part.